What is the difference between leadership and management? Very interesting question. And Michael Gerber relates in his book, The E-Myth Revisited, around the 4 stages that business owners go through to essentially becoming an entrepreneur. And I want to share with you what the 4 stages are, how to recognize where you're at, and also how to transcend to the second stage. Hello guys, Barry Malidity here, CEO and founder of the Game Changers. We help businesses that aren't growing fast enough. So management leadership, there's a significant difference, and I see a lot of people leading when they should be managing, and I see a lot of people managing when they should be leading. And I want to first share with you what are the 4 steps that Michael Gerber talks about. And he talks about the first step being the technician. So the technician is simply that you're very good at doing something. Let's just say that you're a plumber. So you're very good at fixing pipes, fixing sinks, and you decide you want to go and be a business owner. So you register to be a contractor, you go out on your own and you start advertising for work. You're a technician. You're very good at doing what you're doing, and it's just you. You then need to look at transitioning from a technician to the first step being a manager. And what a manager's role is they're both a foot in technician, so they're still doing the do, but they're also starting to employ other people and manage other people to help them do the do as well. So at this point in time, you might have a few staff, you're still on the tools, you're still very much in that technical role, but you're also starting to manage other people, meaning that you're there with them on the sidelines. The hardest transition I see entrepreneurs make is between manager and leader, and the next stage is leader. And the reason the transition is so hard is because there is a big part of our identity in who we are and how we perceive we are, and what role we play in the world when we're on the tools, when we're doing the do. Many years ago, I used to own my own kitchen and bathroom manufacturing business, and nothing made me happier than seeing a finished kitchen. Seeing the customers come in and greet them with some flowers and a bottle of wine and kind of share with them their new kitchen. Just seeing the smile on their faces, seeing the way they reacted to having this brand new piece of art in their homes. And the biggest challenge that I had is when I started to build a team and I was no longer on the tools, is I stopped feeling that satisfaction. I stopped feeling that same level of fulfillment for the work that I was doing. And all of a sudden now, I was starting to be begrudged and very much in a place where I was unfulfilled, because I was, answering the phone, I was doing quotes, and I was designing kitchens, and I was answering the phone, and I think I said that already, and managing staff and paying bills and doing all those things. And I just felt like at the end of the day, I never felt like I'd achieved anything great. Like I'd finish work and I'd be like, what the hell did I do all day? Because I didn't get a chance to sit back and look at what I'd created. And it's this transition we talk about between manager and leader. A leader's job and their ability is to lead the team. So that they're leading the managers, they're leading the technicians, and leader's role is to kind of be clear and set the North Star. Like, where are we heading as an organization? Where are we heading as an organization? Where are we at right now? And what's the strategy and plan look like to get us from where we are to where we're going? And, really the leader's role is a fewfold. Number one is to be clear and to set the vision of the organization of where they want to go. Number 2 is to set the strategy that's going to get you from where you are today to where you want to go. And number 3 is to be the ambassador of culture, to really make sure that they're building culture and instill the DNA of the vision and mission and values within the team, so the team can become high performing. And as I said, the biggest challenge that I see a lot of business owners have is between manager and leader, because it's at that point that they need to make a significant shift in their mindset, and particularly in their identity, the way that they identify with themselves, which it may sound woo-woo, but it's very much unconscious. They unconsciously identify themselves as being the worker, as being the doer, as being the hunter, the gatherer, the person that goes out there and does the job. And to be a leader, you need to start to find a way to identify yourself with the role and responsibility of being that teacher, being that mentor, being the leader, the one that orchestrates the orchestra, but doesn't physically play the piano or play the guitar. So I trust that gives you some insights around manager leader. The last stage, which we'll just touch on, is actually the entrepreneur. So once the leader has other managers in place and has technicians in place, and the business is somewhat operating without you physically getting your hands dirty and your sleeves rolled up, you then look to transition to the entrepreneur, which is where you actually bring other leaders in to the organization to lead for you. And really your job then is to set more around, where's the business going to be in 10 years, 20 years time? You might be positioning it for sale. but really your role becomes somewhat removed and more so of a board member's role, where you're meeting a couple of times a year to oversee the progress of the business, but you very much instill and trust the leaders in the organization to keep the ship, to keep the bus moving forward. So that's the difference between obviously technician, leader, technician, manager, leader, and entrepreneur. If you're wanting to, if you're at that precipice right now, if you're stuck realizing like, shit, I'm at that point right now, I've got other people involved, but every time I step out, things fall apart. The business, I create some sabotage in the business that I'm pulled back into, or you realize that you're just not feeling fulfilled right now, that you're in this business and it's not giving you the same feelings it was when you first started. We might be able to help. So if you're in that position right now and you want to reach out, click below, book a 15-minute scale session with my team. I treat my time like gold, and I want to teach you to treat your time like gold as well. And so the way this process works is you just book a 15-minute scale session. You'll speak to one of my scaling experts here at the Game Changers, and really what we'll do is we'll help you to identify where are you currently at in your business right now, in life right now. Where is it you want to be, and what's the gap in between? And if we feel that there could be a fit and we're absolutely certain we can help you out, we'll then book an hour-long discovery call. We start to deep dive to really understand what's going on in your business, what opportunities you have, where are your strengths, where are your weaknesses, and then if we feel that you're fit for our program, we can have a chat about how that works. If not, we'll kindly refer you to somebody else, or at least give you the plan to take home and implement yourself. So trust you got some value out of that. Look forward to hopefully meeting you one day soon at one of our events. If not, let us know what you thought about this video. What were the key takeaways for you? Once again, Barry Magadidi, CEO and founder of the Game Changers. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.